welcome back to my YouTube channel, Vlogmas Day 7. Today I am going to be making a sweet potato pie for you. I'm actually filming this 2 days before Thanksgiving because tomorrow at work we have an American themed day to celebrate Thanksgiving, and I said I would make a sweet potato pie, but not just any sweet potato pie, my sweet potato pie, which is a little kind of feng shui of, if I use that so much, feng shui, I don't know if it's the right thing, but a little kind of remix version of how I do it. It's not, for those of you who know me, I eat pretty much paleo. This is not a paleo dish, but it's definitely, I made it for some friends a couple of years ago and I just made it a bit more, well, less fattening, but you'll see when I go into it that it's probably not that healthy either. Anyway, I'm gonna make sweet potato pie, and you will see here the listing of ingredients, things that I use. So, in this bowl I have boiled sweet potato. It is warm, boiled, all ready to go. It's soft. I'm actually going to take some of it out. I always make extra sweet potato because sometimes as I put it in the pie crust, it's always far too much and you just don't need that much. I'll put a bit more back in. Also, one thing to note is I pre-made the pie crust, which is here. You'd have seen in the photo as well, there's a nice big crack through it, so I'm hoping it's going to stay, but as you know, those of you who cook, if you do, pastry is a bit of a pain in the ass to make, and I just don't want to make any more. So I will also leave the ingredients and the recipe and the method down below as well. So warm sweet potato, boiled, a quarter of a cup of butter. So many of the recipes, when I was making this recipe, I was like researching into how others did it just to see how I could modify it. A modified version, not a feng shui version, anyway. And so many of the recipes called for cups of butter, and I just don't want that. So this is a quarter of a cup raw butter, so just no crap, no kind of additives and stuff. And then you basically just get mashing. Get mashing. As I said, I pre-boiled and pre-cut and peeled the sweet potatoes because I'm like, I mean, there might be some people that watch this that don't know how to do all that kind of stuff, but I thought for the most part, my audience is going to know how to peel, wash, peel, and boil sweet potato. Anything for that matter. You'd be surprised, I guess. I would probably be surprised. So give it a good mash. All the butter's incorporated. Nice. And it should look like that. Just a big mush. Next thing I'm going to put in is, and I do this in a particular order just because I found a couple of times that I've made it, well actually I've made it quite a lot. I actually read about it as well, depending on the order of ingredients that you put in, or the order that you put the ingredients in, it can actually help. It's the way that it tastes because of the longer that it's been in the mix or the shorter time and blah blah blah. So in here, you probably can't even see, is pink Himalayan salt. I'm a massive advocate, yes, of pink Himalayan salt. So much better for you, health benefits. Maybe I'll do a video one day on it. But that is just half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, pink crystals, which is yummy just because salt should actually be in any food, I think. Not too much, but enough. Next thing is 2 eggs. These are organic eggs, so the best of the best, not beaten yet, but 2 eggs. Mix these in. Now it's really important that when you're doing this, you stir and then go through the middle. stir around the bowl, go through the middle, stir around the bowl. I also read, one day I'll have a KitchenAid, but I also read that when you do hand mixing, it's really important to get the movements right, because it allows the air to get through the mixture well, which then can help it set, rise, whatever it is you're making that needs to happen in the oven. The mixing rhythm is really important. Next thing then is just a 1/4 cup of sugar. Again, when I was doing research on the videos, on the sweet potato pie recipe, it was calling for so much sugar, and I thought actually it's already got this in and then this condensed caramel milk that I'm using as well. So I just made sure I didn't want my recipe that I made to have too much sugar in. One day I will do a paleo sweet potato pie for those of you that are interested. But I did just want to do a nice and healthy version too, just because it's my own recipe and it's always gone down such a treat when I've made it. So give that a good mix in. Next thing then is just 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This is just vanilla flavouring. It had no additives or anything in. It was just a vanilla. The name's gone from my head now. Just from Waitrose. They're a really good make. Nothing too yucky, and so many of the things nowadays have citric acid in because it prolongs the life on the shelf. So I made sure I looked for an all natural version because I am a bit of a health freak, which I'm not afraid to admit. Next thing then, and then the last thing to add, is condensed milk. Although I get a molasses, I don't know how you say it, a molasses sweetened condensed milk. So it really gives it a nice caramel flavouring, and I used a 3/4 cup for this recipe, just because it's nice and sweet. And when you taste it, you can really taste that it's not refined sugar. So molasses, for those of you who don't know, is an unrefined cane sugar. It's really, really yummy. So now you just give this a really, really, really good mix in. Sometimes, and I may actually do this in a minute, sometimes a sweet potato, if it hasn't been mashed really, really finely, it can start to go lumpy the more ingredients you add in. So I sometimes get a whisk to finish it off. Let me just pop that in the sink. That way it just makes sure that the lumps, well, they don't completely go, but they get reduced a lot more than the best. So give it a good stir. Looks so good, guys. And my pie crust also is not that deep, because the sweet potato doesn't necessarily rise as a normal pie, I guess, would. So I don't get it too deep, and you don't need a lot of mixture, and this is actually made quite a bit, so I don't even think I'll be needing to use the whole mixture either. But we shall see, and whatever's left I can make a double one, which is fine, which is great. So I'm going to pop that in the sink. Then I am just going to get a nice big spoon like this, and it's actually not that runny, but I just then lightly pour it into the pie crust. And I should also have said, you preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my gosh, I'm working American because I created this recipe in America. Oh my gosh, I'll find out. I'll leave it down below the temperature that you need to put it on for, and I will show you a picture. And then you literally just put it in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes. Keep checking. Please don't keep, that sounds so like I'm telling you off. Don't keep opening the oven to check on it, because when you open the oven, when a cake or a pie is in there, the air escapes and then it can sink the pie. So try and just look at it from this side, of the oven, and 35 to 45 minutes later it will be done. So there you have it, a sweet potato pie. It is setting. I will leave it to cool now for about, well, it can take anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour, and then I'll be popping it into a container to take to work tomorrow. And if I remember, I will be sure to take some photos of people eating it tomorrow, but I might forget. So there we go, sweet potato pie, quick and easy, really doesn't take that long. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did and if you found it helpful. Leave some comments below. I hope you go and try it out, and please let me know how your sweet potato pies turn out if you do go and try it. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow for day 8 of Vlogmas. Jingle bells, jingle bells.